There we go, I got it. It's recording. Okay, perfect. We're going to go ahead and get rolling. So, everybody else, hopefully this is recording. All right, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into this. Did you guys get your notebooks or anything? You guys just coming in? Unprepared. So I hope you guys got notebooks. I hope you guys are prepared. I hope you guys got stuff, because basically what I'm going to go ahead and do for you guys is I'm just going to dive right into it. What I want to do tonight, the purpose of tonight's webinar is everybody knows the common denominator right now is Rockstar Challenger, Rockstar Challenger, Rockstar Challenger. And everybody right now, they're hearing it on Facebook, or they're seeing it on Facebook. They're hearing it on the team calls. They're hearing it on the vision calls. They're watching a whole new wave of leadership just come through the company, just blowing everything out of the water. Some of you have been on here in the company since 2007. Some of you guys have been in the company since 2010, or some of you just started a little bit ago. So what the purpose of tonight, what we're going to go ahead and do tonight, is I'm going to give you guys the stick. I'm going to give you guys something very, very, very simple, and I'm going to share with you guys every single thing that we are doing right now to see the absolute amount of success to collapse a lot of your time frames. Because the thing is with all you guys is everybody's busy. Okay, everybody's busy. There's really no time for error. A lot of you folks on there, whether like I said, whether you've been in for the past 7 years or the past 7 minutes, you're looking for this to work, and you're looking for this to work now. And so a lot of it is like, you know, we respect your guys' time. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a CEO, whether you're an ambassador here, or whether you're a brand new active associate that just got started. So to give you guys a little background about myself, I see a lot of names on the line here that I do not recognize. So I'm going to give you guys a little background about myself, and I'm going to grab my notes here real quick. But for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Joshua Quady. I didn't need my notes to tell you who I was. I just wanted to keep them where I'm at. But those of you guys that don't know me, I'm originally from Bay City, Michigan, raised in a single-family home. My mother raised us very in a poverty mindset. And the stuff that I want to share you today, the story that I'm going to tell you guys today, I'm going to talk about disadvantages and not disadvantages. Oh, there's a We're going to talk about disadvantages and not disadvantages. And what we're going to really help you guys focus on is, since everybody's busy, and since everybody needs this to work like ASAP, we want to help you realize, you know, whether you guys think that to help you guys realize that your disadvantages are not really your disadvantages, they're actually your advantages. So the stuff that I tell you guys today, I really hope I'm asking for all of you guys' permission, but I want you guys to know up front, everything that I'm about to share with you guys is not told to you that I'm looking for pity. The stuff that I'm going to tell you today is not designed for me to be bragging about myself or everything that we've done. I just want you guys to know that every single time that everything I share with you guys is purely simple, that maybe I might be able to say something that might help you in your current life or your current position right now, or it might to be relate to somebody that you're going to be helping with, somebody in the near future. So is that fair for everybody? I hope so. Can't really talk, so we're just going from there. But the point was earlier is the way I was raised. I remember always sitting here thinking, like, why did I never had a dad that was always there? Why were we always poor? How come we never had any money? How come this? How come that? And so that continued throughout my whole life. As I got into high school, I was ADD on beyond belief, which will probably relate to a lot of you folks right there. So when I was in high school, I needed to be challenged, and it wasn't that I was dumb. It wasn't that I really was not intelligent or anything like that, which I believe every single person in the world is not dumb. I don't believe there are any stupid people. We just got to find different ways to help motivate for people. For me, I needed stuff very simple. I needed stuff like broken down, very simple for me to do it. As a result of that, like, I lost interest right away in high school. You know, I graduated with a 1.79 GPA, and I ended up going to Delta College and somehow managed to fail racquetball 4 times, you know, 4 times. And everybody laughs when I say that, and some people are like, Quady, I don't like it when you share that story because you're not dumb, you're not stupid, it makes you look really bad. And the purpose of why I share that story is because I think that when somebody looks at somebody like myself or Carol, right now that's making $20,000, $30,000 a month, well over $250,000 a year. When somebody looks at this, they see somebody that's like, they see somebody that's just highly skill set, highly influential, or just comes from a background of like stability, or has like a millionaire mindset, and that's really not the truth at all. Um, when I first got into this, involved, uh, when Carol and I were first taking a look at this, we were $150,000 in debt. We were running away from the repo man. We had like negative $800 in a checking. I mean, our gas was about to get shut off. Our electricity was about to get shut off. So we were nothing in particular. Like, our backs were against the wall when we got started, as a lot of people out there might be as well. And I remember we were lining up our bills along the wall one time, and I looked down at my wife, and she's just down on her hands and knees, and she's just crying. She's just bawling her eyes out because it felt like we had no light at the end of the tunnel. And I'll tell you when it really hit for me is because I've always known, by listening to the calls and then hearing some of the people on the vision calls, even back in 2007, having success with this. And I always knew that this particular vehicle was possible. I just needed a way that it would work for me, that I could expose this to the masses, because I knew that this was possible. I just needed to know what to do, how to do it, what to say, the easiest thing to do to make this work for myself. So once I realized that the reason why, once I realized is that my disadvantages weren't my disadvantages, they're actually my advantages. The reason why I never had a dad growing up was because I knew exactly what not to do. I knew how to be the best darn dad out there in the whole world. The reason why I never had, the reason why we never had money as a kid, so I would have been able to relate to. Okay, you guys got to keep yourself on mute there. I have some other popes. All right. If everybody could keep their stuff on mute, stop playing with the screens. Everybody's keep putting it on there. All right. Try to do it recording here. So, the reason why we never had money as a kid was we were going to relate with the 97% of people out there in America, so I knew exactly what they were going through. The reason why we were in debt when we first got started with this company is so we could relate to other people that are going through the exact same thing. If you've never been in that particular situation, how will you ever know if somebody else is and how to get them through that particular situation? So I changed my whole mindset about the whole thing. That's the one thing I had to change right away, was the whole mindset. I stopped thinking that just because somebody else could do this, or this person did that because of this person did that because of this person did that because of this. I knew why I wanted to do it right away. And I wanted to do this for my wife. I wanted to make my family proud, and I loved the mission. And I didn't want for anything anymore. And that's the only difference between what I'm about to tell you. I'm going to give every single person today every single thing that you need to make this happen. Whether you want to make $100, $10 a month, $100 a month, $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and what I particularly believe that this new stuff that we've been running right now will take you to $100,000 a month and on. So the stuff that I did wrong right away is every single time when I first got started, here's some of the common some of the common flops that you see people do when they're out there. Is a lot of the stuff that I did was, as soon as I enrolled somebody and got them in, I kind of was like, all right, perfect, you're in, now just go do what I just did. I did a lot of that. Okay, perfect, you're in, now go do what I just did. And I never sat down with them. I never did GSTs with them. I always expected, you come in and you do exactly what I just did with you, and we'll all get rich. We'll all go out there and do that. That just is not how the way this works here. Another thing that I did is I always constantly was in the mindset of, when are these guys going to go out there and do something? I feel like I'm the only one out there actually doing something. Or I was in the mindset of, if these people just knew what I was doing, then we'd all be rich and everything. It made it to the point where I drove myself insane trying to figure this stuff out. And so the reason why I can have these conversations with you and talk to this with you guys is everything that I'm telling you today is based out of experience. I've tried every single way possible. I've tried reinventing the wheel. I've tried doing every single thing. But the stuff that we're going over today, mainly, if you guys have been seeing it all over, but it's the Project 10 model. Project 10, Project 10, Project 10, Rockstar, 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 Rockstar. That's the common denominator of everything right now. So what I'm going to show you guys is how to duplicate yourself really fast, and I'm going to start diving right into it. So what I went ahead and did was I started simplifying things. So I'm going to take you guys through as a brand new promoter. And Stace, if I could get you to come on in here, I need you to. And so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to do a live on-set training of just exactly what I do with every single person to get them to duplicate with me. Okay. So the one big thing that I'll show you right now is this that I want you to write down is these are the 5 steps I've been running. GST, shooting somebody's video, texting it to 20 people, schedule a party, and play and blend. Repeat. This is how I've broken this down, very simple for myself. So I'll leave you guys a GST, shoot video, text 20 people, right then and there, schedule a party, and push play and press blend. So what I'm going to do is just a live on-set training, just exactly how I do this. Instead of talking to you guys about it, I'm going to do 100% role playing with you. So Greg, can I get you to pull your chair over here? So here's the. Okay. So here's how we're gonna do this, guys. So basically, what I did was Rockstar Challenger is all about this. Rockstar Challenger is you're basically challenging 150 people to go lose, or to challenging people, 150 people to lose or gain 10 pounds. Okay. And when you challenge 150 people, what you have to realize is, everybody has to realize this, I always have this conversation with every single person. So I'm going to put you right through the whole process. So here's how I'm going to do it with myself. Actually, you know what, I'm going to do it just with Greg. Greg's a brand new promoter. I sent him a text message, and I challenged him to lose 10 pounds. And then where did you come to, Greg?
Right here.
My challenge party?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then what I did was I handed you a shake, and then I pressed
The video.
the play. Okay, I pressed play the video. Now, Greg right here, he's sitting with me, and he's automatically thinking, this is pretty simple. All Josh has done so far was sent me a video, and then sent me a text message on his video. I clicked on his link. I accepted his challenge. Now he invited me to his challenge party. And at his challenge party, all he did was he mixed up a shake for me, and he pressed play, and he put it in my hand. What I want you guys to understand, the beauty of Rockstar Challenger and the beauty of sending these text messages out is the invitation process of when they're actually watching the video. Because all Greg is sitting here thinking is, okay, he sent me a text, he put a shake in my hand, he pressed play. I could do this. That's the invitation process that everybody asks me, what's so different what you're doing, what we're doing? And I'm going to tell you right now, because we're going to go ahead and get rolling into this. So I press play, I press button. So afterwards, I hand Greg the sheets, and so I say, all right, perfect, Greg. So you just got done watching that video. Are you a 1, 2, or 3? I mean, out of those, I mean, what's your main interest? You already know my story. I just got started. I just broke Rising Star Director, and I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. You know, what are you looking at?
I just wanted to try it.
You just wanted to try it? Okay, perfect. Now, what is your goal? What exactly are you looking to do?
Lose some weight and make some money.
Lose some weight? Oh, you want to make some money too?
Sure.
Oh, you actually want to become a promoter?
Well, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, obviously you've seen how simple that was, that I just actually got started. And, well, you see the 3 different ways to get started. There's the basic position, there's the $4.99. By the way, guys, this is not scripted. This is exactly what happened between him and I. So you got the $99 or the $49 basic position, and you would just add that onto a kit. You got the $4.99. That's actually the position that I got started off with. I actually had to borrow the $500 just because, well, I didn't have it and our gas was about to get shut off.
I know the feeling.
So I know, exactly. So that right there, the majority of people, 75% of people go with the $4.99 position just because you can write the whole thing off, and it's got all your product in it and allows you to get all the bonuses. And of course, there's a $9.99, which is the exact same thing as the $4.99, except for you got a ton of more samples to get yourself started. So,
right.
What I mean, what one do you want to do?
$4.99.
$4.99. Okay, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and get you set up. And what I did was we put the computer right on Tosh's lap. You want to go ahead and wave hi?
Hello.
That's Tosh. That's Greg's wife. And basically what we did is we got him started right then and there. Okay? So pause. What did we do right after I got you guys your $4.99 and got you guys entered in the system?
Shot some funny videos.
You mean I didn't just send you guys home right away and say, okay, perfect. When you guys get home, that's it. Thanks for giving me your $4.99. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for giving me your $4.99. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys just want to go home, I'm going to go look at my projected commissions. And I'm going to go check it out, just how much money I made on you guys. And then I'm really going to hope that you guys take advantage of this and go out there and break a rising star. You're going to definitely want to break a rising star, okay? All right,
Yeah.
cool. Go break a rising star. So, boom. All right, peace out. See you guys. Good luck, okay?
Right.
All right.
That's not what happened.
That is not what happened, and whether I know that was a little dramatic or not, somewhat, but that is the majority of the time what ends up happening is we just send them off on their own and we don't do it. So what we did with them right then and there is we went through the what?
Yes.
We went through the GST?
Yep.
Did we sit there and we watched it? We went right through the GST.
Watched
Yep.
the whole thing.
Okay, so then right after that, did I send you guys home?
Shot a video next.
We shot a video?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what your video needs to say, okay? So this is what we did, just shooting a video. So Greg, I know this is a little kind of corny and everything like that, but you know how I sent you my video?
Yes.
Basically, what you want to do is you're going to want just text messages out. So you and Tosh, just shoot text messages. That's the easiest thing to possibly do, okay? What I personally did was I sent this text message out to 150 people.
Yes.
And you're only going to get about 10% response. You know what I mean? You're only going to get 10 to 15, 5, 10, 15. So I wouldn't even worry about it. Just shoot your video. I'll help you send it out to a few people, and we'll worry about it then, okay? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So, and you know what? You don't even have to talk about the 150 right off the bat. You can say, to be honest with you, I just shot my video, and just like you've seen on the video. So, perfect. So what I want you to say is, hey, this is Greg. My wife, Tasha, just challenged me to lose 10 pounds on the Project 10. I accept. So now I'm challenging you to lose 10 pounds with me. You accept my challenge?
I did.
So that's all I want you to say, okay?
Okay.
Can you do that?
I can do
Okay,
that.
perfect. This is your phone, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. All right. Ready?
Hey, my name is Greg, and my wife Tasha challenged me on Project 10 to lose 10 pounds, and I accept, and now I'm challenging you
To lose 10 with me?
to lose 10 or gain 10 with me.
All right. Done. All right, great job, brother. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. What did we decide on what your website was going to be?
Greg,
No, Buzz.
Buzz 10.
Buzz10,
Yep,
P10.
P10.
buzzp10.bodybuilder.com. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Greg's video right from his iPhone, because those are the best phones you could possibly do that with. You know how droids are kind of difficult to set
Whatever.
videos sometimes. So what you can do is you can take your iPhone, and what you'll do is you'll go forward that message right away. So you'll go into the video and you'll click forward, and when you're about to forward to Aunt Betty, you're going to type out the message with them. I just got challenged to lose 10 pounds on Project 10 Kids. I accept, so now I'm challenging you to lose 10 with me. Watch my video and check out this link, www.gregp10.bodybuilder.com. And then send it out right there with them. And so what I did was, after I sent that video out, I just sent you home, right?
No.
What did we do?
We hung out and sent a few more out.
We
and
sent a few
showed-
more videos, like right then and there?
Yeah, showed us
So
how
are
to
you
get it
telling me
done.
that we didn't sit around and talk about the compensation plan forever?
Yeah, no.
We didn't talk about for a half hour about just how awesome and amazing this was going to be, and just
No,
how
no,
rich
we
we're going to be.
talked about simplifying.
Simplifying this? That's all we talked about? Okay, all right, got it. Okay, just trying to figure this out. So, so we sat there and we sent out the first 10 to 20. Now, were you guys a little bit nervous? And Tosh, be honest, were you
Yeah.
guys a little bit nervous when we got started?
Yeah.
If this was going to work or not?
Yes.
Were you a little bit nervous if this was going to work or not?
No, you're a rock star.
Oh my gosh,
I was.
here we go.
I was.
She was. So what happened was, after we sent out the first few text messages, what happened by the 6th or 7th text message that we had sent out? We got a couple whats?
Yeah.
We got a couple replies already.
Got a couple replies?
Yep.
So let's put the camera on her then. So what did that do for your belief level as soon as you got a couple replies that says, I'm in and the challenge accepted?
It helped a little bit, but I was still like,
So
'cause
you
I'm a
would say-
woman and
Yeah, no, yeah.
I overthink things. So.
Yeah. No, that's good. So your
Protective.
belief level did go up, though.
Yeah.
Now, were you
Yeah.
excited to throw a challenge party as soon as I went there?
Who isn't excited to throw a party? I'm just saying.
Well-
but yes.
You were excited, but I mean, were you nervous about if people were going to show up, if this was really going to work or not?
Yeah.
Did that make you feel a little bit better, knowing that as soon as we sent out a few text messages, you had people respond, you gave them? Did that make you feel better
Yeah,
about
it
throwing a
did.
challenge party?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So that's my point right there. Is so what I did was as soon as I seen the first few text messages that were getting received and their belief level, like, oh my gosh, this actually works. Then it was like, all right, see,
Yep.
you guys might want to throw a challenge party when?
Right away.
Now. Now, you guys want to schedule one now. Because a lot of times it's like we don't even send text messages out with them, and we just send them off on their own right away. And we hope that they're going to schedule a challenge party later, but we've already lost them. So what I did was we sent out the 25 messages. So what we did was as I left, now you guys are going to want to go to 2014.vi.com. And you as the leaders out there, you guys are going to want to print out a ton of those sheets. Print out a ton of 2014.vi.com sheets, okay? And download the tracker, and you're going to want to carry it. There's 3 pages to it. Those are the Rockstar Challenger forms. If you want your business to grow, you want everybody to be a Rockstar Challenger, okay? Everybody be a Rockstar Challenger. So what I did was, okay, Greg, so do you really want to do this the hard way or the easy way?
The easy way.
What I'd strongly suggest is the easiest possible way to do this, you've already seen what kind of success that you've had just sending out those first 10 to 20 messages. What I would personally do is I would send this out to 150 people. Just send out the text message like this. And wait, what's your text message say? You just got a message in. What's it say? Somebody that you just messaged there.
So they want to come in.
They're coming in. They want in. They accept the challenge.
They're
Okay,
there.
perfect.
They're
Well,
there.
real quick, right here, let's do this. Say, okay, I'll call you here in a couple minutes. I'll give you the details.
All right.
Okay, perfect. All right, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to that person and invite them to his challenge party. When are we throwing your challenge party, though?
Right away.
Right away? Tuesday?
Right away. Tuesday.
Okay, what today is Thursday?
Tuesday, 6 o'clock.
Tuesday, 6 o'clock? Okay, let's do Tuesday, 6 o'clock, and we'll get everybody in and out of there in an hour.
Perfect.
Okay? So that's what we're going to focus on. Everybody gets invited to Tuesday, 6 o'clock, okay? Guys, got to mute yourselves. Mute yourselves. Thank you. So here's the 2014. This is the Rockstar Challenger form. What I want you to do is if you guys can fill all 150 of these out right here, what's going to happen is you're only going to get about 10 to 15 people that are probably going to get excited with you and actually end up jumping on, okay? What I want you to let you know is 10%, that's 10%, okay? 10% is good.
Yes.
It's not like school where 90% is good. Here, 10% is good.
Yes.
I just set him up for failure, guys. I set him up for success. I set him up to know that failure is good. He thinks that 90% is great. 10% is great, okay? So you're only going to get about 10% response about this. So just fill this stuff out right here. And just everybody that you text, make sure you mark and put their phone number down and their start date, okay? Okay, perfect. So he goes out there, now he starts invite everybody that says I'm in now. It's a lot easier for him to reach out to them. And now you can create a Facebook event or whatever you want to do, but you got to make sure that you're running through that model right there. It's a lot easier for him to call out to people, like I said, now that people have accepted his challenge. So what we did is now I scheduled his challenge party right then and there. That's the 4th step I did with this guy right here, especially because you're going to have a lot of people. I know that you guys in particular on here have never, ever, ever had a problem with somebody scheduling a challenge party. Everybody just schedules their challenge party right away and goes set Rockstar or Rising Star in its first 7 days. I know that you guys already have that happening, but this is for your people that are having a hard time. So I sit down right there with them. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you this. You're probably saying, yeah, Quady, this is simple. I already know this stuff right here. But at the challenge party, I press play and press blend. So Tosh, if you could do me a favor, if you could hold this now, hold this on us,
Yep.
and now we're going to be at Greg's challenge party, okay? So, yep, just hold the camera.
Okay, she's holding it.
Yep. And then, so we're going to pull this right here.
I guess I'm getting involved. You're getting
Okay. Okay, Greg. So, Stace, if you want to sit down right here. So this isn't
Do I
Greg.
have all of you?
This isn't Greg. Okay, this is some nobody. This is somebody new that's here. We're at Greg's challenge party because he's got, even if it's only 4 or 5, 6 people sitting right here at the challenge party. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna press blend, press play, and Stacy, what did you get invited here through?
A video.
A video? So Greg sent you one of those crazy text messages and everything?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm socializing beforehand. Just, you guys all know how to do this. We don't have to go into this training right here. But I want you guys to know that Stacy's been invited through a text message and a video because I helped Greg go out there and send out those 150. I helped them get the whole model started. So we do the whole thing, gets that whole going right there. Now, mind you, I'm Greg, okay? I'm Greg, and I invite Stacy to the challenge party here. I invite Stacy to the challenge party here. Actually, you know what? We better make this really simple. This is Greg now. This is Greg now. I introduced Greg to this right there, and Greg introduced Stacy to the challenge party. But me, I am the upline. So this is me, I am you. The active associate, the person that's thinking about getting started promoting the challenge, the 3-star ambassador, the diamond ambassador, the 5 stars, whatever it is. I am you guys, every single person right here. I introduced Greg, and I'm helping him with his very first challenge party because I put him through the whole model. Now I'm introducing Stacy. Okay. Now, Stacy, you watched the whole thing. What are you thinking of? I mean, I know you're excited when you first got here, and I know you probably haven't even heard of the promoter part or anything like that about this. But out of the, were you interested in jumping on a challenge or getting paid to jump on the challenge? Getting paid to lose weight.
I definitely want to lose some weight, but money interests me.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Well, you already obviously know how simple this was, because basically all we really do is you're already going to be losing weight anyways. And to be honest with you, how we promote this is how you got invited here, it's the invitation process that's really duplicating this really fast. How you got here, that's all we do, is we just do like crazy little videos. And we just challenge people 10 pounds at a time. Like, people wonder if this is possible and they can do this all the time. Like, are you a phone person at all? Do you take text messaging?
All the time, yeah.
All the time. Who does text messaging?
Everybody.
Everybody. My wife is downstairs right now, guys, and sometimes she'll text me, hey, are you coming downstairs real quick? Or she's upstairs, she'll be like, hey, are you coming upstairs here pretty quick? We're upstairs for crying out loud, we're texting. We live in a texting age. So get used to it if you haven't done it and shoot your darn video. So perfect. So Stacy, what we're going to go ahead and do is these 3 positions right here, yada, yada, yada. So what is it exactly that you want to do?
I want to lose like 10, 15 pounds.
Okay, perfect. I would probably suggest jumping on an executive kit, yada, yada, yada. And that right there will help you out, blah, 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 blah. Okay, sound good? All right, now there's 5 other people at the challenge party, and they just want to be what? Customers. Okay, do we try to talk them into upgrading to customers? We just get them on as customers. That's what they want to be right now, because I'm going to go into this here in a second. Just get them on as customers and let them be. Let them lay where they lie. Okay. So here's what we do now. I'm going to speed things up. Okay. So I already went through that process. You guys get that. So Stacy, what we're going to go ahead and do right now is go through Greg?
GSD.
Okay, perfect. And what we're going to go ahead and do right now, Stacy, do you like shooting videos? You see how I probably don't really like it,
His
but
was really goofy, but
his was
yeah.
really goofy. You're pretty hot, so we can make yours actually look kind of funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll probably attract a whole different type of people. It's probably going to be easier for you to challenge a girl to lose 10 pounds than it might be for Greg. Might be kind of weird. You guys know kind of sort of the same people, right?
Yeah.
I suggest doing exactly what Greg did. Sound good?
Okay.
All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and shoot this, and what I would probably do is just do a challenge party just like we just did right here, but let's go ahead and shoot your video first, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Can I see your phone? Okay, perfect. So what I want you to say is, hey, this is Stacy. My friend Greg just challenged me to lose 10 pounds on Project 10 Kids. I accept, so now I'm challenging you to lose 10 with me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So,
Hey guys, this is Stacy. My friend Greg challenged me to lose 10 pounds at Project 10. I accept, so now I'm challenging you to do the same thing with me.
okay, perfect. Let's get you entered in the system right here, and let's go ahead and text this message out, the exact same thing we talked about earlier, and let's send this out to who's the first 10 people that you want to do it. I have her phone right here. I'm doing this. I have her phone right here, and I just typed out her message for her on her phone, and I'm sending it out to people right then and there. And guess who's watching me?
Everybody that's sitting in the room.
Nope. They're all in the other room going to go over the customer
Yeah.
stuff. Greg is watching me.
Yes.
Greg is watching me not tell him to go do this with her because this is her person. Greg could literally be my RD, and I'm going to go ahead and do this right here. Okay, so now I do this with Stacy. I send it out to the first 10 people, and what does she get in the first 10
10 responses.
10 responses? Holy cow. You got an all-star. You might want to put your time into this one right here. You know that she's going to absolutely rock it out. So perfect. So now you got like 2 or 3 responses.
Right.
Stacy, we might want to set up a challenge party like Thursday. Is Thursday going to work for you? It's Tuesday right now.
Sure.
Okay, I would probably schedule one on Thursday because you've already got 4 or 5 responses.
Okay.
I'm sitting there right with her, getting the responses right away. I'm moving her into action right then and there. And the easiest part is because I just sat with him, showed him how to do this. Okay? Does this sound familiar to you guys so far?
Oh, yeah.
Are we meeting up with Phil here in a couple days?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm just double checking to make sure this works. And are you guys like almost 50% qualified to regional director right now?
Pretty close. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, when did you guys just get started?
About 7 days ago.
7 days ago.
Show off.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm just confused here. All right, Bob. All right.
That's good.
Okay, fine. Well, perfect. So here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, Stacy, we're going to do your challenge party and everything like that. Greg, if I can get you. Hold the camera here. All right. Tosh. Sit over here. We're at the challenge party. So, perfect. I'm at the challenge party with Tosh. Okay, and then, so I put a what in her hand?
Shake.
Shake, and then I press
Play.
play. Okay, and then what I go ahead and do is afterwards, there's 4 or 5 people in Stacy's living room. Actually, you know what? Stacy's a bad. Stacy's a rock star. So what we go ahead and do, and mind you, I had the same conversation with Stacy about hitting Rockstar Challenger. Everything was the exact same. Nothing changed right there. Okay. So we go with Tasha. We push play and we press blend. How did Tasha get to this challenge party? A text and a video. And did you feel weird at all coming here to this challenge party at all?
No.
Okay, guys, instantaneously, what people are thinking at the challenge party is, hey, I could do this. A text message just came through, and nobody forced me to be here. My one friend didn't just come at my house up on me or call me and say, hey, you got to check this out, blah, 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 or force me to be there or anything like that. A lot of these folks are coming just because of the invitation process, and when they watch the video, they think that they can do this right away. But the key thing is what we're doing is I'm the promoter, okay? I am you, okay? I am you guys right there out there in the field right now, okay? I am you. I am the active associate. I am the director. I am the ambassador. The only difference between an active associate, a director, and ambassador is we've just done this more times. We've just done this more times. So if I'm you and I want to go out there and break regional director, and to be honest with you guys, this is what we're doing with Greg so far right now. Enrolled somebody, enrolled him, and then enrolled somebody, and then enrolled somebody. And Tosh, what are you interested in doing?
I just want to be a customer.
You just want to be a customer? Okay, perfect. Go in the other room. We don't want to talk to you. I'm just kidding. We're going to get her started up as a customer because eventually you're going to run into that. Somebody just wants to be a customer. And is that okay? Yes. You're going to have challenge parties that are just 5, 6 people that just want to be customers. And some of them might want to be balance kick customers, okay? Well, by this time, what would Stacy do, again, since she had such an amazing challenge party? What would I suggest Stacy to do again? Because I'm working with this particular example right here. What would I suggest Stacy to do? Stacy, you got 5 customers here.
Woo!
Dude, that was awesome. Did you have a lot of people that couldn't make it?
Yeah.
Okay, what I would do is you have 5 people here, you already got your product for free. And you came in at the $500, and you got 5, so you're already halfway to Rising Star just with your volume already. We might want to throw another challenge party here. So, am I leaving Stacy? Sticking with Stacy, okay? I'm sticking with Stacy, and then we have another challenge party for her here in the next 10 days. This is just or in the next 5 days. 5 days. Everybody that couldn't make it. So now we're at the next challenge party here, and I'm looking for one person that wants to promote. Okay? So now I'm looking for the next person that wants to promote. We get to the next challenge party, and let's say that Tosh is here again at the next challenge party, and she's got a couple girls with her. Congratulations, Tosh. Holy cow.
Yeah.
You got, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You might want to think about promoting, girlfriend. We just sat down, we just helped you shoot your video. And as a customer, I helped her shoot her video because she was interested in getting her product for free, okay? You might want to think about becoming a promoter now. You could do this. You notice what Stacy did, all she did, and you already got your product for free right now. Actually, you only got 2 customers, but what you can do is if you want to come on as a promoter, we'll give you one of Stacy's customers. We'll give you one of Stacy's customers, and you'll get your 3 for free, and then you get paid on all those.
All right. I got it, sure.
Yeah, okay,
You're
perfect.
gonna help me though, right?
Oh, I'm gonna help you
Okay,
all the way.
okay.
Did you see how easy this was, though? All it really was just Stacy invited you through a text message,
Right.
and then you knew to send your text messages out as a customer to the other girls, and you get your product for free already.
All right.
The promoters, we don't really do anything. This is all we do is we just send text messages out and challenge people to lose 10 pounds at a time.
All right.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. This is a couple different ways you can come in. So she only wants to come in as a what now? Basic. She only wants to come in as a basic. So perfect. Come in at a basic. Come in at a basic. Come in at a basic. Come in at a basic, okay? Don't duplicate that throughout your whole team, because then a bunch of people aren't going to be making any money here. But yes, it's okay to come in at a basic, okay? It's okay to come into the basic, but as long as you're willing to grab a hold of them and show them success right away. So, Tosh, what we're going to go ahead and do is I want you to go home, I want you to shoot a Get Started Training video, or you shoot your text message video, and I want you to watch the Get Started Training, and I want you to do all this by yourself, and yada, 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 okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Peace out. What's she going to do?
Nothing.
She's going to fall right on her face, and then everybody's going to start, it's going to start trickling back up. She's going to call Stacy saying it doesn't, and then Stacy's going to call Greg saying it doesn't
Work.
and then Greg's going to be calling me saying it doesn't
Work.
and then nobody's doing
Anything.
Nothing.
nothing.
Sound
Did I just
familiar?
hit- Did I just hit something right there? So what I'm doing is I'm teaching you guys you're always falling in love with the next one and never the one. You're never finding that one person, even if Stacy was very highly influential when she first came in, but we started taprooting underneath her right away. Greg right here, Greg and Tasha, just in case you guys all didn't know, Greg and Tasha, the Pig Gig is one of the most prestigious barbecuing awards you can win. And basically the whole world, people all over the world come to Bay City's Pig Gig to compete in a competition. And these two actually are the former heavyweight champions, well not heavyweight, that's a bad word, heavy rib champions of the world right there. These people have a lot of influence. I could have literally just sat them home right there and said, just go contact all your people to get this done. But no, I sat there and I'm already 3 levels deep underneath them right now. But I'm going to get to my point here in a couple minutes. What I'm going to do is, so far, this is where I'm going to get, this is my point where I'm getting at, guys. If I help Greg go out there and get 10 to 15, if I send out 10 to 15 text messages with him, or 150 text messages, help him do it all together, he's going to get 10 to 15 people, okay? Even if it's just 10, how much volume is it with 10 customers for him personally, his own personal volume, personal customer volume?
1,000.
About 1,000, okay? So I did that with Greg, okay? Now I did that with who?
Me.
Stacy. Stacy got 5 customers her very first day, and then she's already coming at the executive, so just at her very first challenge party, she has how much in volume?
1,000.
1,000, okay? So now, Tasha, she comes in, she's got 3 customers, she's on a basic. I'm going to go ahead and help her throw the challenge party. I'm going to go ahead and put her through the Get Started Training. I'm going to help her shoot her video. I'm going to sit right there with her and send out the 10, 20 text messages right there with her with the exact same thing I said on the video. You got to simplify it. I'm going to help her schedule a party. I'm going to press play and press blend. What am I looking for at the next one with Tasha?
A promoter.
A promoter. So I'm going to go down again and again. Now, how many times can you do that over and over and over again?
Forever.
Forever. Forever. So now I'm going to get to my point right here, okay, guys? Thank you guys very much for jumping in with me and doing that example.
Let's get this stuff back up.
Okay.
I don't know if we can do that.
Can you smell that tiger's head from there? Dan, you got to be paying attention here. So, So I'm going to go ahead and erase this real quick, but somebody give me some feedback on this. Is this helping anybody right now? Is this helping anybody whatsoever on what we're going on or what we're talking about? Am I hitting any am I hitting any hot spots or anything like that? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Just want to make sure. I would like to see verbiage you text with your video. I'll post that on this video afterwards. I'll post that on a video afterwards on how to go ahead and do this, okay? Because now I've just given you guys the simple. Now I'm going to give you guys the fun stuff of how you can go out there, and this is up to you or not, okay? This is up to you whether you decide to do this. This is up to you whether you decide if you want to make $10 a month with this or whether you decide you want to make $100,000 a month with this, okay? This is it. This is so stupid simple, okay? This is Greg. This is Tosh, or Stacy. This is Tasha. This is this. This is the next person. 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 You guys get my point there? Always be falling in love with the next one and never the one. And then always be doing the exact same thing and then run it down and then run it down and then run it down. Now with each person that you're working directly with, you're helping them send out 150 text messages because that's your new project. Everybody's a new project. Everybody's just looking for that one that's just going to come in and blow them up. Everybody's just looking for that one person that will come in and just set the whole world on fire and they're going to retire us all. If I could just find 3 people in 3 separate legs, they're all going to make me rich and I'm just going to sit back. This is not the way this works, and I apologize if we brought you in any other way, but I apologize, but this is not the way it works, okay? What you do is every single person, you're helping get Rockstar, break Rockstar Challenger. So if they go out there and get 10 customers, they're averaging 1,000 PQV. Okay? 1,000 PQV. Okay? I'm doing the next one to John, then to Cindy, then I'm moving on to April, then I'm moving on to this, then I'm moving on to that, then I'm moving on to this person, then I'm moving on to the next person. I'm working with the next person. I'm always working with the next people. Here's the craziest thing, okay, guys? This is my business. Greg is my open line. Greg is my line. Greg is my responsibility. Greg is my new life. Greg is my baby. I need to make sure that I take care of Greg. But I can't be everywhere at once. I cannot be everywhere working this place, and working this place. But what I can do is I can always work down here at the bottom. And if you always have volume coming in, if you always have customers coming in, and if you just duplicated 1,000 PQV, this is an example that I've just done here, probably in the past 4 weeks. I've gotten this deep so far already, just in the past 3 or 4 weeks, just like this right here. Now, I can't work with Greg a lot, but is Greg chasing all this volume right now? Okay, so let's just say if it was only this much. Let's say if it was only this much right here. Let's say if I only went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say if it was only this right here. And I went 7 levels deep, and I'm on his 7th level right now, doing the exact same thing. And if everybody's got $1,000 in volume, how much volume is in this particular leg right here? Somebody want to shout out on the chat there? How much volume is it right here? $7,000. Good. So there's $7,000 in volume in here. What is he almost at? Regional director. Very good. So he's almost at regional director right now. This is with him just leading me to this person and me going ahead and taking advantage of this, okay? Me going ahead and waiting for this. Guys, you don't ever have to wait for anybody, ever. This right here, you don't ever have to wait for anybody, ever. You don't ever have to wait for anybody to go nuts, as long as you're willing to grab a hold of them right now and start running them. Start running this stuff right here, because me, I'm not waiting for this, okay? I'm not waiting. Does this stuff seem overly complicated to be able to do with somebody? I mean, does it really? You're just sending out 10 to 15 text messages, or 150 text messages. You're getting 10 to 15 people. You're failing 90% of the time, and you're getting this stuff done. As long as you're willing to grab a hold of the next person and realize that they're your new baby. You're constantly raising children here. You're constantly raising new life. And is it kind of a pain in the butt? You just want somebody to just go out there and build this up? Nah, kinda, but not really. Because to me, it's more exciting to watch all this new excitement right here. To me, I think it's more exciting for me to constantly be working with new blood and new stories down here constantly. Because guess what? Is Greg going anywhere? Is Stacy going anywhere? Is Tasha going anywhere?
Not now.
Not now. She just said, not now. I got $4,000, $5,000 in volume underneath me. Why would she go anywhere? If anything, are people chasing you now, or are you chasing people's door down to get them to go do something? What's going on? Are you chasing people, or are people chasing you now for your time? People are chasing you for your time now, because you did not wait for anybody else to go out there and do this. You went out there and did this yourself. And guess what? Are you stopped becoming Rockstar Challenger yourself? Are you going to stop becoming Rockstar Challenger? Are you going to start bringing in promoters and customers? Is it possible for you guys to go out there and use your volume to use it down here in this? You know, your promoters, could you leverage them up sometimes if it ever gets close to stalling? Could you use your promoters to go move in down here? Yes. Get with your leaders, get with your RDs, NDs, PDs. They'll explain to you how everything else you guys need to do with this. But this is right here is just simple as a brand new active associate could come in here and do this. Or a brand new active associate could call their RD or call their upline ambassador. I'm calling out all the ambassadors on the line right here because they're all on here. You active associates, you got to get with your ambassadors and you got to say, listen, I want to run. I want to do exactly what Quiddy was just talking about. I'm ready to go. And then even if they don't have enough time to spend with every single person with you guys right here, this weekend, go to rally.vi.com. Or actually, I don't know what. Hold on a second, make sure I got the right website here. Rockstarrally.vi.com. Okay, rockstarrally.vi.com. This weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, find the Rockstar Challenge parties that are everywhere, and we're going to teach you guys exactly how to do this. They're everywhere. They're all over the world. I would start plugging people in, plug yourselves in, and get yourself there just so you can start actually duplicating this model. Okay, so that's rockstarrally.vi.com. Go check that out and figure out where these the challenge parties are here for. So I already went through that example. So now people are chasing you. But this is the beauty about this whole part. Greg now is chasing after me. So Greg is now looking at this. Is he regional director right now or just got a massive power leg? Greg is sitting here, even just at Tasha's point. I'm like, Greg, did you see that you got $2,000 in volume already?
Beautiful.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
You're already a rising star, dude. Well, you're not. You only need 2 promoters. You only need 2 promoters. What I would probably suggest doing is probably throwing a what?
Another party.
You think you should throw another party? You want to try to catch up to this volume?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, you already seen how we did it before. All we did was we just pressed
Blend and play.
Brendan play. So what I would do is just follow up with all those people that you Rockstar challenged before, and just follow up with them. Say you're down what now?
9 pounds.
You're down 9 pounds? Holy cow! It's only been 10 days.
Yep.
Holy cow! Tosh, you're down what?
Almost 4.
4 pounds?
Right.
Actually, she started after him, so you're 4 pounds in how many days? 6, 7?
7.
7 days. 4 pounds in 7 days. All right, perfect. Great job. I would just go public on Facebook and update. Down 4 pounds in 7 days. Down
9 pounds.
9 pounds in so many days. All right, perfect. Post that. Go public with that, okay? And then schedule your challenge party. What day do you want to schedule a challenge party?
Tuesday at 6.
You want to do it Tuesday at 6?
Tuesday at 6.
Okay, perfect. Schedule that. And now it's okay for me to send them on their own. Now it's okay for me to send their own because they know what now? They know how to do it, and they know what's happened before. So you guys got to commit to me, though. Let's get 4, 5, 6 people in there, but make sure that you're following up with all the people that didn't make it there before, because now they're interested. So here's where you go, guys. Is everybody that you've sent so Rockstar Challenger, they sent out 10 to 15 people. 135 of the people didn't get started with them. Okay, because but they planted a seed with them. They planted a seed with those 135 people. You think those 135 people have been watching this type of stuff going on their Facebook now? Ta-da! If you don't sit there with them and help them go Rockstar Challenger, just by using simple text messages, you will never plant seeds and you will never be able to harvest them ever, because the seeds have never been planted. But you got to make it very simple for folks. So now Greg's at his challenge party. Greg, you know what? Just call me in and have me close it over the phone, okay?
Let's do it.
Why can't I get to Greg's party, though? Because I'm where? I'm down here. I'm down here. I'm down here. I'm down here. Guess where I'm going to stop, guys? Guess where I'm going to stop in this particular leg? Guess where I'm going to stop in Greg's leg? Anyone want to guess? Somebody throw a guess out there. Guess where I'm going to stop? You're not. Okay. Somebody, that's actually a very good answer. Why would I ever stop? If every single person that I'm working with, I know that I can generate 1,000 PQV out of and keep going down to the bottom, how far could I go? How far could I possibly go down deep? How far could I go deep, guys? Never. You just keep going deeper and over, because guess who's in control of my business? Me. Me. None of these people are going anywhere, ever. Nobody is going anywhere, ever, as long as I'm continually always going down here at the bottom. And guess what? Some of these people, they might fall off, they might not do anything, but that's fine. That's fine. They are actually going to go ahead, but they're all chasing after this right here now. They're all chasing after this volume they want to get to. Okay? Because I constantly take new life to every single person. You just drive it infinitely deep. Now, Greg, all he simply has to do right now is, now Amber's on the line. Amber has a great story. Amber just broke regional director. She was a basic customer of mine. She was a balanced customer of mine, and saved up 3 months to get her balance kit, okay? 3 months to hit her balance kit. Amber, you want to validate that this story is actually true, what I'm about to go into? She was a balance kit customer, saved up for 3 months, okay? I helped her do this Rockstar Challenger, and then, Amber, you went from a balance kit customer to what? Hopefully she's on the chat message or anything like that. She went to regional director, guys. She went to regional director, and I did this particular model with her right down there. I drove it straight down on her, okay? And then what happened was, guess how many? Does somebody want to take a guess on how many promoters she had in her open lines? Does somebody want to take a guess on how many promoters she had in her open lines? Somebody take a guess. How many promoters outside of her power leg? 6, 3, 10, 4, 4. She had 4 promoters outside her 60% leg. Outside of her leg. She had 4 promoters, and guess what all 4 of those promoters went? All 4 of those promoters just went Rockstar Challenger. Not RD. Not RD. All 4 of those promoters, Amber ran them all to Rockstar Challenger. And why? Because I simply gave Amber 5 easy steps. Listen, just put them through the GST, help them shoot their video, text it out to 10 to 20 people, then schedule their challenge party, and then hit play and play. And you're looking for the next one. And then Amber's like, well, what do I do with this person right here? You're going to follow this person right here. And it's very easy for me to go ahead and tell Amber, Amber, work with Julie now. Okay, Amber, work with Jenna now. I can look at all this through my sponsor tree list. Amber, might want to work with, who was it? Teresa. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Teresa. And it was Kristen. Julie, Teresa, Jenna, Kristen. Yep, that's how it went. And I think she ended up bringing in her husband right here. Kristen wasn't in here, so that's how it ended up breaking. Julie, Teresa, Jenna. That was 1,000 PQV, 1,000, and then Amber was up here. Amber did like, I think Amber did almost $2,000, roughly $2,000 in PQV herself that month. So Amber did 2,000 in PQV that month for her. Okay. So guys, I know I'm going a little bit long. Does any of this make sense so far? Just exactly what I'm doing. Okay, perfect. Now what I want you guys to know right here is this is your ticket to ambassador right here and beyond. This is like beyond crazy, stupid, simple for you guys. This is like beyond a very simple. You cannot get any more simpler than this. Shooting out text messages. Now when people start shooting out text messages, it's going to be easier for them to go out there and do this. It's going to be easier for them to go out there and talk to people. It's going to be easier for them to pick up the phone. But you got to build the belief level right away with these folks. And you got to be able to grab a hold of the next person and the next person and the next person. And you can't be in the total mindset of, well, my upline's not doing this with me. You start it. You start the process. You know how to do it. I just showed you exactly how to do it. Listen to this video over and over and over. And if you have to, you can do this. You do not ever have to wait for nobody. Like me, I will never wait for anybody. I'll never wait for anybody because I'm always going to fall in love with the next person and never the one. Because I know that if I'm continually working down here, if I'm always working at the bottom, am I helping Greg out? Am I helping Stacy out? Am I helping Tasha out? Am I helping Jenna out? Am I helping Teresa out? Am I helping blah, 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 blah? I am changing lives right here by driving this so deep on those folks. Because guess what happens is, if I'm doing this down here, they're like, all right, Josh isn't waiting for me. He's not waiting for me. He's going with or without me. I think I've hit enough on that. I think I made my point on that stuff right here. But you just repeat it over and over and over again. And let's be simple, guys. This is entrepreneurship. This is your guys' vehicle. It don't get no simpler than this. If I can do this, you guys can do this. Because I tell you what, when I got first started, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. But this is a quote that I heard a long time ago, and it hit with me forever. Entrepreneurship is sacrificing, okay? Living a few years of your life like most people won't. This you don't need a few years. This you can do in about a year. You did this simple model for about a year and started teaching other people, duplicating yourself outside of this. You did this simple thing for a year. You don't have to do this. So sacrifice living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. Okay? My particular, it took me 9 months to hit regional director. Okay? It took me 9 months to hit regional director. And then what happened was when I first got started, when I first decided this was it, when I made that decision. I made that decision. I went home, I watched my wife bawl her eyes out, and I knew it was just no more. I canceled my cable that day. I gave up golf for the whole summer. I'm not telling you guys to do this, that you have to do this or anything. I'm just telling you what I particularly did. I stopped drinking with all my buddies like every single day, just once a week now. You know, I started drinking with my buddies. I'm not promoting everybody, but I'm just telling you my particular story at the time. I was partying all the time, and I only did it once a week as opposed to every other day. It was okay for me to tell people no. Sorry, I can't do this. And basically what I did was I just went nuts. I went nuts. I went absolutely insane because I can do this. We went nuts, okay? And I literally sacrificed like a full summer. I sacrificed like a full summer, and I didn't really miss that much. I missed a couple birthday parties. I missed a couple baseball games with my cousins, and I didn't have any kids back then. But I sacrificed a little bit. I said no to a few different things because I know that if I said no now I can actually take Tate to karate practice every single day and not have to stress to get back and forth. Okay. I don't have to. I get to go fishing every day, for crying out loud, off my dock. This is where we got this house in Bay City here, is because the front door was 10 feet away from the water. This house is on 50% of property, okay? I got this house so I could do that every single day, but would I never be able to get this house if I never when I went out there and did this? If I would have never done this stuff right now? Because if you go out there and you make that sacrifice, if you make that decision now to go out there and do this right now, you can have that. And this right here is your blueprint to go out there and do this. It's actually very simple. Because I'll give you guys an example real quick. This right here, 1,000. This right here, your check when you hit regional director will be about $2,000 plus. The average regional director makes about $1,500. You're doing this model right here, you're doubling that. And guess what? If you do this like 30 level, if you do this 24 levels deep over here, guys. You do this 24 levels deep over here, and you do it 16 levels deep over here on this side. Teach somebody else how to go 16 levels deep. You're a national director, making $6,000, $7,000 a month, $80,000 a year. I don't know what else more you got to do it, but it's up to you if you want to go ahead and do this. You got the blueprint, you got everything right now. You just got to go do it. You just got to do it, and never wait for nobody, ever, 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 ever. So what I'm telling you guys right now is, you guys have got to make the decision right now. If you guys want to do this, let me go over my notes. Repeat example on members. This week okay, so the last thing I'm going to finish off is, if you got all these people at 1,000 PQBs now, this is what I'm going to tell my leaders on the phone right now. Leaders on here, everybody else close your ears. All my RDs and above, you guys close your ears, not RDs yet. Okay, everybody close your ears, okay? Nobody else listen to this next part. Done? Okay, perfect. All RDs and above, what I want you to do is go into your quick reports and look how fun it is now. Look how fun it is now to go look at your quick reports and look at the first 30 days. Okay? Go look at how fun it is to go look at your quick reports now at your first 30 days. Now there's nobody with red parentheses saying $1,800 away from this, $1,800 away from that. As long as you've got everybody focused on just doing this, it's a lot easier for me to go to Tasha now and say, Tasha, you got to go, all you need is 2 promoters. You already got the volume, you just need 2 promoters. Or is it much easier to say this, Tasha, you need to get $1,800 in volume and we still got to find you 2 promoters. What would you rather say to her? What would you rather hear from me? Just need 2 promoters. And minimally they can be what promoters? Basics. With what? Well, how many customers does she have? Okay, 10 to 15. Is it possible that you think you can find 2 customers that might want to upgrade to basics, maybe? Okay, and when are we going to get her to Rising Star by? It's Thursday night. When are we going to get her Rising Star by? This Thursday. This Thursday. Next Thursday. This Thursday. Every single Thursday. Thursday, 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 Thursday. We just broke 2 Rising Stars tonight by just doing this right here. All they did was they upgraded one of their customers to this. Same thing every single time. But if you don't have these 10 to 15 customers right here, I've given you guys the blueprint to give every single person to get them down there. Have every single person do this. But it starts with you duplicating the model. Drive it so deep that their belief level's through the roof and they're chasing after you now. Okay? So here's what I'm going to finish off with right now. And I apologize I went a little long. I wanted to try to do this in 45 minutes. But I am so ADD and scatterbrained. I apologize over and over and over again. Okay? Sincere apologies. But I'm over it, so I hope you are. So, you guys have got to know where you're going. You have to know where you're going. Me, I was going regional director, and what I did was I registered for the next event. I had to go to Chicago. And as soon as I went to the Chicago regional, the very next 2 weeks later was our national event. And mind you, when I got started, I was absolutely broke. I made the decision. I went to, they told me that I got to be at the event. I got to be at the event if I have any chance, because everybody that goes to the events won't break an ambassador, but you'll never break an ambassador unless you go to the events. Okay? You'll never break an ambassador unless you go to one of the events. So I made sacrifices beyond belief. I remember I missed my wife's best friend's wedding for that. Turned out to be a pretty good decision. At the time, it was kind of hard. It was definitely hard between that, but I'm just giving you some examples that I had to go through. You know, we all have something that's going to stand in our way. But I'm telling you guys right now, you guys have got to register for the regionals. You have got to make it come you know what over high water. You've got to register for the regionals. I want every single person on this webinar right now, because you know you can do this. I want you guys to go to rst.vi.com or go on your phone app. Go on your phone app and you just simply go to let me see here, sorry. All you simply do is you go to shop right there on your phone app, myself, featured. I am horrible at this. Training. Vi events. Oh my gosh. I registered at the last event, so I don't even know here. So I want you guys to go to your ViNet app, and it says Vi Events. And it's going to say rst.vi.com. It's going to say the Vitality pre-registration, the Early Bird, RST for Austin, Indy. And I want you guys to simply go on there and register yourself. Register yourself, commit